Okay, so in this demonstration here we're using File Director, and if I expand out the breed and aggregates cabinet, we can look into the settings. Now I've got some fields here that I've created: account number, customer, date, dispatch number, type. And in the demonstration I'm going to show you how we scan and read the barcode, which is going to be mapped to the dispatch number field. And then using the database lookup, which is the ODBC lookup, we can link the remaining fields via the dispatch number to pull through from the database the information you already know. So for example, if we know what the dispatch number is, we then know who the customer was, what the date was, what the account number was, what type it was. In fact, we can pull off anything we want and put that into File Director. So if I bring up the Win client, which is a scanning program, I've got a Canon scanner attached to my computer, the model DRC125, and I'm going to hit the scan button here. Now we can see the barcode down in the bottom right hand corner, and we can see here that the barcode's been read, it's gone off to the database and looked up the remaining information. So if I'm do a Control-A multiple select and check in, I can push those documents up to the server. And just for the point of demonstration purposes here, actually I'm working off a remote server, so I'm in my office in Frome near Bath, and the server's up in London. So if I now go into search and search for everything, I can pull down those documents that I've just scanned in, zoom in on them. If I wanted to send it somewhere, I could use the email link. If I wanted to annotate it with highlight some sort of area, I could do that. I can right click and print it out as well. So that is in fact File Director in a nutshell. You scan stuff and you retrieve it. Now if we go back into the settings here, one of the things that we can do is we can have any number of schedulers. So if we didn't want to use desktop scanners, you could use copiers, or you can use scanners with their own sort of like Canon software. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you wanted to use a scanner but we don't want File Director to be controlling the scanner, we can set up a file import, and it's quite straightforward. We can actually import it by monitoring a folder, but we can still recognize the barcode on the page and have all the information mapped in exactly the same way. So this works really well if you want to distribute scanning out to remote branches. We can just use the Canon software that comes with the scanners and make it seamless, so that the end user wouldn't even know that they're actually using File Director. Okay, in the next part of the demonstration I'm going to show you how your customers will log on and only see their relevant documents. So if we log on as you or the administrator using this web browser version of File Director, we get this nice clean screen, and if we go to search, there's the breed and aggregates cabinet. If I was to search for everything, there's all the documents including the last three I just scanned in. So for example, if I wanted to look at the dispatch note for the company Rayburn Lava, there it is, there's a dispatch note. Now okay, if I log out of there and I go to the Enterprise Manager here, I'll show you how we set this up. Now one of the things you've got in File Director is a whole section called Users and Groups, and we can create, right click New, a new user. So in this case we're going to create one of your customers. So for argument's sake I've called it Customer 1. Description, it belongs to breed and aggregates, giving it a password, and I can give it its kind of permissions, what it belongs to, that user. When it comes to the fields, how we're going to do this is by filtering on the account number. So if I go into account number and click on the filtering tab, I've already created a filter there that says that Customer 1, when he logs in, he can only see documents where the account number equals 625167. Now what happens here is that when we log into File Director Web as the customer, using File Director /customer1 and then the password, when we log in and click on search, and if we do a display everything, we get the one document. We get the one and only document which has the 625167 as the account number, which we've already filtered to. So there we go, that's an example of how we can self-administer File Director, and how you can make sure that when your customers log on, they only see the documents, whether it's dispatch notes or whether it's invoices, that you want them to see, using their one account number that we filter. Hope that's helpful.